genuinely strange. For all the years I've recorded videos, I don't think I've ever even showed you guys the woods that even most of these stories are based off of. Whenever I'm writing stories, this is genuinely the place that comes to mind. Just this whole batch of forest that is by my house, and it's just weird to think, you know. I open up the YouTube channel today, and I see the video I recorded a few months ago for Tales of the Red Rose, and while it's still weird to think that I've been writing this official part of the series for like a year now, you know, even wilder to think I've been living in this town for 25 years. Like, for YouTube, it's been about 11 years. For photography, it's been about 7 years. For writing stories, it's only been about a year. 2 years if you want to be generous. And yet, through all those phases, I've been living in this town by this set of woods for 25 years. It's just unbelievable to me. You know, back when I was a teenager, I genuinely thought I was going to be out of this place really fast. You know, I wanted to be away from these woods. I wanted to be away from Lancaster City. Overall, actually, ironically enough, I had plans to move to California when I graduated high school, but just never went through with them. There was never a great fall through. I was in the position to go do it, and, you know, for some reason I never did. Mind you, my focus back then wasn't even truly photography, story writing, YouTube, or anything like that. It was genuinely just music and stuff like that. Wasn't much of a musician. I could play bass decently. I think the plan at the time was just get out there to the West Coast, find some band I could griff off of for a little bit. But overall, that clearly never happened. And, well, here we are, still in Pennsylvania, August 7th, 2025, the day of my birth, and still here. And, you know, it's even weirder to think that for a guy who wanted to leave so badly, that I would even go on to make so many stories just based around these woods, based around the city I live in, based around the town right outside the city, the county in general. You know, go to form a tagline, Duke of Lancaster County and all that happy crap. You know, reflecting on my time being alive is just genuinely strange. Oh yeah, we're at the little ropes course by the college here. I always love this area. This is like easily the most peaceful part of town, because there's like nobody who ever comes here besides the college students, obviously. So for like about 8 hours during the day, it's guaranteed nobody's here, especially in the morning. So it's a nice place to go get your morning walk in. It's also a nice place just to get away from people, which I find myself wanting to do a little bit more and more nowadays. I swear to God, man, I'm trying my best to play by the rules of society. I'm trying my best, not necessarily to be politically correct, but not to go into forums and just making people mad, going in with logic and reason. And I swear every day you just run into more and more people who are angry online for no reason. That's always lovely. Like, that's actually, ironically enough, partially why I'm out here taking the walk. You know, you go and you do the classic morning scroll, and then at some point of the morning scroll, you just get tired of looking at the doomerism of the world, and you need to go outside and reset. As I say, as I'm standing underneath a pavilion here. You know, I swear, like, there's just nothing that beats the hometown. It's weird, because I know everyone else's hometown has things like this. They have the little area you can go to the forest to get away. I'm not saying any of this is unique, but man, when I'm writing stories, this is the stuff that goes through my head. Places like this ropes course. This is what goes through my head when I'm writing stories about this forest and these woods. All the Wendigos, skinwalkers, zombies, the necromorph stories. Okay, maybe not the necromorph stories. That one took more so place in the city itself, but you know, the Slender Man story would be based in these woods when we would do our version of the Friday the 13th stories with Jason and all that. It's these woods that I'm picturing. It's funny enough, right down that way, you have an actual river. Could probably show you guys the river too, actually. Well, I could get pretty close to it. It's mostly overgrown right now, so it's gonna be, I don't think I can actually get down to the river, but I should be able to get close enough for you guys to see it. Typically during the winter or summer, not with summer, from fall to winter, you would be able to get through here, but spring to summer, it's a no-go. You can just barely see the water peeking out from behind the tree. But literally right down there is just where the river is that I base the stories on. Now walking all the way back up the hill for no reason, because I came down here for no reason. I knew I wouldn't be able to get down there, but... oh, man. You know, I wonder sometimes, what is the next story? Because I find myself doing that a lot. What is the next story? I always find myself going in those loops, and then, you know, after a few days I get another story written, but... you know, stories have been put on hold recently because we've been doing the whole movie project. The Skinwalkers of Little Britain. Walking on a little platform here for no reason. You know, I never thought I'd be the guy to make a movie. When I went out and made found footage films with stock footage, that was already a pretty big line for me. I didn't know if I was going to do it, mostly because taking other people's footage and using it to that nature seemed dubious. This, even more so, making an AI movie. And even if it is my own IP, I'm finding myself conflicted on several parts of the process. Classic looking over your shoulder, making sure no one's following you in the woods type shit. But... I find myself being dubious on several parts of the process, and I'm not sure how I want to proceed with it. Because, on one hand, when I'm looking at these clips that are generated, they all feel super generic, and like they're not infringing on anyone else's stuff. Like, I don't feel like it's ripping content from anyone at any point in time. It looks like it's going for generic horror when it generates the clips. But at the same time, with me having 2 hours and 30 minutes worth of footage to vet by the end of this, it's not fully rendered yet, but it will be at some point, and judging by the narration audio log, it looks like, yeah, I'm gonna have 2 hours, 30 minutes of footage to vet through. Make sure it's not stealing anyone's work. But, you know, I don't know. I went out to do this project to gain a solid footing on how I feel about this thing, specifically with AI. But I still don't have any form of understanding truly about how I feel on it. I genuinely don't. Because it's fun making a movie. Like, this whole thing has been fun. I can't even lie. Like, I've practically had a smile on my face the whole time. Like, it's so fun seeing, even if it is through this medium, your creations come to life. It's fun seeing your writings become animated in any way. So, you know, on one hand, it's super fun, but on the other hand, it's so much work vetting through these videos, through these 10-second clips. And that's also the thing. You're taking 10-second clips that come out in 4 variations at a time. So by the end of it, you have about 40-second clips that makes a scene. And then sometimes you need to generate more on top of that to fill out the scene further, because you can't just run a film off 40-second scenes. I don't know. Like, I see this as something I could do every once in a while. Arguably, I could integrate this as part of the process into Tales of the Red Rose. Like, realistically speaking, it wouldn't be that hard. I'm walking through some tall-ass fucking grass right now. But realistically, it wouldn't be that hard. I would just have to shorten up the videos, because I'm not rendering 2 hours and 30 minutes or up to 11 hours sometimes of video. That does not sound fun. That does not sound enjoyable, especially considering I'm more so into the story writing part of it anyway. Now my feet are soaked because I walked through the tall grass in the morning, but whatever. But you know, I'm not into the idea of sitting there for a month rendering an 11-hour video, generating 40 seconds worth of clips. Yeah, it doesn't sound fun to me. You know, maybe if I shorten up the stories to be 30 minutes to an hour, I could do that, and we could probably still get videos out at the relatively same pacing, but I don't know. I'm not confident in it. And look at that. We're at the start of our journey again. We're at the start of our journey, boys. We're at the start of it. This is where I started the video. But, yeah, now that we've gone a full 360 and now I've wasted my time, there's not a whole lot to go over really with this video. This is just me reminiscing. If these guys enjoyed this video somehow, hit like, hit subscribe, do all that crazy shit. I'm Johnny Vanduke. It's weird doing videos without VCSN, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.